Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Hello everybody, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start. Has run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
How can they carry that over? Now back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where.
Every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before. If you're out at 50
underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to launch this thing. Wait. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain there for the Bills. 36 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that.
A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And some room to maneuver. A great read, and it's picked off. Pass, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but.
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 87 yards. And the Bills get a bit closer. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This is taken at the 15. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. They've got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 36 yards. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute...
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw again. He's got time. Going underneath for Gordon. So a good spin move, but not a... Now the Bills will take another time.
Some of them will look at the clock and say, I'm better off taking my chances in overtime because I might turn it over here. So you just have to be prepared.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Deep drop. And a throw right sideline is complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion.
Rest on the right foot of their kicker. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams and
when the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Their dangerous wide point for one more. What a finish as they wind up winning this one by 4. Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream. Maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
So for the Pats, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So that'll just... They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Their big-bodied receiver, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills have taken the lead. So they lob it up on the fade, and really a great play to go up and make that catch.
It's something that takes some timing, and people work on it all the time. Even when they're just warming up, you know, that old pat and go when they're just warming up and throwing the football. A lot of the time it turns into that route exactly. A fade route, and this one turned into a touchdown. Play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He's a second-round pick, a solid second-round pick. But when you're close to that,
Be on the field for the Bills here on third down.
yeah, maybe thinking pass. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going up top. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now
Playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Their big-bodied receiver on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, necessary, and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like...
That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. He's got daylight. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. As we just saw there, that's winning football.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty. But there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air, because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive.
The amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So that'll do it for us. They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. There he goes right side. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to loft one, deep left. It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have once again taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Brandon, in our meeting with the coaches prior to this game, we heard them talk about the opportunity for the deep pass. They've got a receiver who can sprint out wide. They wanted to make sure they had a chance to get it to him and loosen up the defense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it. Make completion step up and make those throws, and he did that.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of two ways. Either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game. And now we get a look at the captain of this offense heading back out there now. And the deep ball has been his friend, Mr. Davis, and to the tune of the lead right now.
And isn't it fun to watch? I mean, I don't care which side you're for. I don't know who you're rooting for, but
don't
to
be
see
biased.
that, listen, I'm trying my best to stay neutral, but that is a pretty play. It's similar to going and watching batting practice with a home run hitter, a big-time player, and you just see it happen time and again.